Hi everyone, welcome to ROX TV. Here's another exclusive interview. In the hot seat tonight is Gary Moat, who has stopped hitting things as a drummer with hair metal band Heavy Petting and now exercises his tonsils as a vocalist for hard rockers Burnt Out Wreck. Here's what he has to say about their new album, This Is Hell, and any tour news that he's got. Here we go.
So, Gary, you're with a band now called Burnt Out Wreck. You were a drummer originally with Heavy Petting. What made you decide to go behind the microphone?
Just songwriting, really. I've been doing it for so long now, since way back in 1991. Last time I played drums, really, and I've been singing ever since 91, really, live, So it was a long time ago, that I first decided to go for it. So I'm used to it now.
Was it nerve-wracking to start with, though? Suddenly,
Most definitely,
Yeah.
Most definitely. Because, when you sit behind the drum kit, you can hide behind the drum kit, if you're not that confident, as it were, you can't do that when you're out there in front of everybody and you're the vocalist, the main man at the front, because all eyes are on you.
You do seem to handle it very well, though. I mean, I've seen quite a few of your live videos on YouTube, and you have all the confidence of a frontman.
Well, thanks very much.
But, some think they can do it, but can't.
Still very nervous, when you initially go on. It takes a couple of songs to get into the swing of a gig, but yeah, I mean, the more I do it, the happier I am. But it's a shame that everything's going to halt these days, isn't it?
Do you ever get tempted, though, to get back behind the drum kit?
No, not at all, no.
No.
No, not at all. I don't think I'd last a pace. I'm getting old, man.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, exactly.
So you formed Burnt Out Wreck when?
Well, 2016, I decided to change the name of the band. From 1991, it was originally called Mother's Room, and it was just an ongoing project on and off. We played some live shows back in the 90s, and never really done anything serious with it. And so in 2016, I decided I was going to go in the studio and record some of the songs from it, and wrote another half a dozen or so new ones, and I get fed up with the name Mother's Ruin, so I looked for something original and came up with Burnt Out Wreck, because there is no other Burnt Out Wreck for anything in the world,
It's a good name. Did you bring any of the musicians over from Mother's Ruin?
Yeah, only the lead guitar player at the time, and his name was Adrian Dunn. He came into the studio with me, and it was just me and Adrian, really, that made the first album, Swallow, late summer of 2016. And so we played all the parts and stuff, and done all the vocals, and we had a couple of guys help out as well. But on the main, it was just us. We didn't have a band. So Burnt Out Wreck, the band, didn't get formed until, I don't know, December, something like that. December 2016. Put a band together, and then we rehearsed like crazy for the first gig, which was the Giants of Rock in January, in the January 2017. Throwing straight on a massive stage in front of a couple of thousand people or whatever, and great.
Talk about trial by fire.
Yeah, but as I say, it was Adrian, but Adrian's left the band. He left the band in February this year. So at the moment we are a 4-piece band, but we have another man standing by until then we're allowed to get out and crack on with it now, so. Yeah, we're looking forward to that, as everybody is, I'm sure,
Oh, yeah. Talking about that, I mean, it's a stupid question, really, but, I mean, has it had an effect on you? I mean, had you got the album in the bag by then?
What's that? What? Sorry,
Sorry.
You've lost me.
With the lockdown and the coronavirus and all the stuff that's going down, I mean, how did that have an impact on the band?
On the band, well, we played 3 shows this year, and we done well. I suppose, to get those 3 in, really, didn't we? So yeah, we done one in Skegness at Butlands at the Rock and Blues Festival in January. And then we did Glasgow and we did Edinburgh in February. And so, just after that, really, that took us into, the second week in March, and then everything had ground to a halt, hadn't it? So, yeah, I mean, it's affected everybody in their own way, I suppose, and none of us knew what was going on. And yeah, it's hard, our main thing is just getting out and playing live and being, the rock and roll animal, as it were, and that's what we live for, so to have it taken away from you, it's just ridiculous, it's hard work.
it's difficult staying positive.
But the band are okay, everybody's doing well, and I'm just cracking on writing songs and trying to keep myself busy and look after the family and doing what everybody in the world's doing, really,
So going on the subject of live shows, I mean, if the live shows were to become available this year, would you consider them?
That's a difficult question, isn't it? Because it's you need to see how everybody is and how everybody's families feel about it as well. It's not just that selfish thing where we want to get out there. And I really don't think that people will be going to do that. And I don't see it happening properly until, I don't know, 2022 maybe. I don't see next year as being packed full of people watching live bands, and
no.
I don't think they're going to let it happen. I don't think people have got the confidence. A lot of people, I don't think a lot of people have the confidence, but obviously there's all these people you see going to these rallies and hitting the beaches at the moment, they're just obviously not on the planet, those people, so I don't know. They're in denial about something,
yeah, to some extent, yeah. Tell us about the new album then, This Is How. I mean, I've heard some of the songs off it, and I mean, it is killer.
Yeah, cheers, thanks. It's, I mean, it's 3 years in the making, really, and again, that was released October 2019. It was great to have the whole band come in and play on it this time. It gave it a completely different vibe, and they put their own touches to my songs, so it was good to hear that, and it gave it a heavier sound, and it's just made it such a different album to the first album, even though it's basically the same sort of material, but it was just good fun. 11 days it took to start to finish, and Steve Riston on production again. Just wonderful, so very pleased with it, and it's doing well out and around the world.
Which is great to hear, and so many people try and bring rock down these days, and it's still very much alive and well.
Oh, there's loads of new bands coming out, there's loads of bands just carrying on, plowing on, and it's great to play these things, these festivals, as it were, up and down the country, and be part of it all, but as I say, we'll see what happens,
You certainly...
Well, alive.
Sorry, you carry on.
That's okay, thank you.
Well, I was just going back to the album. I mean, you can tell this is a band effort. You know, by the way the songs come across, it's much more. I think it's got a more live sound to it.
Yeah.
Was that what
Yeah,
you
I mean, it's just, well, yeah, definitely. It's that type of music, isn't it? It's not good playing. It's not good playing it with drum machines, you know. For the start, you know. You know, I'm very lucky to have Paul on drums, and you just get him in there into the live booth and give him the click track, and off he goes, you know, banging either way, you know, and he very rarely misses a beat, you know. So yeah, he really came out really well on the album. Done a great job. But yeah, I mean, it's just that I don't know. But myself, I seem to be screaming away, very angry old man on it for some reason. But hey ho, again, it's probably just an age thing, you know.
I think when you get older, you're entitled to be grumpy.
Grumpy? Oh yeah. I got the T-shirt for my birthday a couple of weeks ago.
If you could give one piece of advice to a new band just starting out, what would it be?
What would it be? Go and get a real job. You know, there's no money in the music business, you know. Sorry again, that's an old man leaving it.
That's fine.
It's true, you know, it's true. Yeah.
That's true. But if they persisted and was determined that they was going down the route of rock and roll, what would you say to them?
Just, you know, get your own stuff going, get rehearsing it, and play it the way you want to play it. And don't take too much notice of anybody else, because what do they know, you know? Don't let anybody hold you back, you know, hold you down, you know. Just go for it.
Yeah, sure. And every now and then on the show we do this little thing called Six Appeal, and we ask 6 totally random questions. Some of them sensible questions, some of them stupid questions. Right, are you ready?
Well, I'll give it a go.
Oh, okay, here we go. Favourite colour underpants?
None.
Good answer.
Yeah, no good time for those.
With the kilt?
Sorry, what? With the kilt? No.
Okay. Sweet or sour?
Sweet.
Sweet tooth.
Mm.
Yeah. Cockles and mussels, yes or no?
Mussels.
It's a bit of a gruesome one for you. What quote would you have liked on your gravestone?
What quote? I don't know. You can write a tune. Now and again. I don't know. You don't think of these things, man. That's crazy.
I've got nothing else better to do. I'm a journalist. We have nothing else better to do than these things. What would you say is the worst thing about playing live?
The worst thing. These days, especially these days, it's just getting to the gigs and lifting the gear. That's the worst thing about playing live. You know.
Doesn't get
just
any lighter.
Because I'm a singer. No, it doesn't. Just because I'm a singer doesn't mean you say I don't lift the gear. You know. Yeah, I drive the van. I stay sober. I sing the gig sober. I drive everybody home.
Oh. Sounds fun.
No. Rock and roll style, eh?
And final question. At school, were you a good boy or were you a bad boy?
I was somewhere in between. Somewhere in between. Yeah.
Depended on the
I
mood.
seem to get in a lot of trouble for some reason, but
Rock and roll was in your blood.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I thank you for the interview, Gary, and I wish you all the best, and I hope we can see you live very soon. Please do try and get to the Midlands so we can catch a show with you and meet up with you.
Yeah, I mean, that was just one of those things, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just can't wait to get back out and see everybody and talk to everybody. It's just one of the best things ever to be able to talk to the audiences and before and after the gigs and just have a crack, you know, because that's what it's all about. So yeah, everybody take care and thanks very much.
Oh, thank you. Good luck with the album as well. This is how. We'll be playing a couple of songs off the album after the interview as well on the show, so people will get a chance to hear what it's like.
Okay, that's great. Yeah,
Okay.
thanks very much.
Thanks very much, Gary. All the best.
Right, take care.
Bye.
Cheers. See ya.
Bye.
Crazy people just try